getting loosed up. Loosening up. Getting loose. In order to stay loose, you gotta work on it. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Hi. Hello. I'm moving the furniture around a little bit. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Elizabeth. It's nice to see you. I didn't see your comments last week. I was thinking about you. It's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Gold. How is everybody today? Oh, nice to see you, Melt. Thank you for joining me. I am getting ready for pumpkin pie season. I still got my pumpkin. You know, I never like to miss an opportunity to get a workout, to get a pump, and to multitask. I am the queen of multitasking. I'm one of many, I'm sure. And so it's pumpkin pie season. The holidays are on top of us. I got my pumpkin. And you know, this thing probably weighs, I don't know, a good 8 pounds. So I'm using it to help me work out. Because you would be surprised at what you could use to get all pumped up. You would be shocked. You would be shocked. You know, some people don't have the benefit, and I get this, of, you know, having the weights at home, having workout equipment. You know, they might not have a setup. I'm still in the process of doing my setup. It's not perfect, but I always try to find a way. It's a perfect opportunity for creativity and improvisation, right? So, hi Diego. It's nice to see you. It's nice. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you're doing well. Hey Chuck. I hope you're all doing well. It's Sunday and we are rolling into the Thanksgiving weekend, the Thanksgiving holiday and the Thanksgiving weekend. And I know that this year Thanksgiving looks different, very different for most of us. But it is Thanksgiving, so it's an opportunity to take a step back and to think about what we're grateful for. And to give thanks no matter where we are and no matter how we do it, and whether we gather to do it or if we're by ourselves. One of the things that helps me keep my head screwed on straight, I think, is the fact that I think about the things that I'm grateful for all the time. Sometimes I do a daily list. Some people journal. I don't journal. Like, I will go into a morning or afternoon or evening ritual of listing all the things that I'm grateful for, and it kind of brings me to a place of clarity. But we have a holiday. Thanksgiving is a holiday where we're supposed to be sitting down and thinking about these things, and so it's much different this year. Indeed it is, but it is still Thanksgiving. It's a time to think about what we're grateful for, and the list for me is very long, and I hope it is for you all too. Today, hi Kevin. Hi Brandon, good to see you. I see you still cracking the whip on yourself and getting into the gym. Kevin, yep, exactly. Gobble gobble with a heart. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining me and giving me your time. I know how valuable your time is. So I appreciate you spending a couple minutes with me and hanging out and chatting with me and inspiring me. Last week, I'm gonna move my pumpkin right here so that I can do a couple of sets while I talk to you. Last week, during my live broadcast, we started chatting, and somebody asked me questions related to weight loss, losing weight, and the conversation and the question was very specific to weight loss. Oh, happy birthday to your niece! Happy birthday! I know so many Scorpios. It's so good. Hi, Ivan. There's one of my teammates, and Chuck, one of my teammates, Misfits for Life, raised $16,000 for St. Jude, by the way. Incredible job. Incredible job. Thank you to everybody that participated in that. I'm super excited about it. Hi, Nomi. Hi, Jared. So last week, hey, Rex. Thankful to be alive, indeed, exactly. So last week, somebody said to me, Denise, I'm trying to lose weight. Can you give me some advice on how I might approach that? And so I want to share with you, oh, there's so many great messages here. Okay, I want to share this with you really quick on the weight loss. And then I want to take a minute to take a look at your comments and your questions so that I can speak on those things. Because I see some really, really great stuff here. And thank you for sharing with me. Losing weight. Let's talk about losing weight, right? So most people, when they talk about losing weight, for the most part, people want to lose body fat, right? You don't want to lose weight at any cost, right? Because when you lose weight, you tend to lose a combination of fat and lean muscle, right? That's the way it works. You can't tell your body, okay, I want to lose weight. I'm going to work at it. I'm going to make adjustments and changes for the purposes of losing weight because that's my goal. So I'm going to work towards that. Now I want you to just go ahead and lose fat. Your body is not designed to only lose body fat when you go on a weight loss program or you start to make adjustments for the purpose of losing weight. Unfortunately, it's not like we can push a button. But there are things to know. When we want to lose weight, 99.9% of the time, we want to lose fat. But we don't really differentiate between the two. And the way to do that is through a caloric deficit, right? So restricting calories is a way to lose weight. It is really the way to lose weight. But there's a second part to that. Mathematically speaking, it takes 3,500 calories per week to lose 1 pound of body weight. 3,500 calories added to gain a pound of weight, or to create a deficit of 3,500 calories for a week on average, you will lose a pound, right? So we're going into the holiday season. I mean, here we are. Thanksgiving's on Thursday. 4 weeks later, we're looking at Christmas, New Year's. This is a time of year when we are encouraged to indulge, right? And indulge, the holidays mean food, right? Because that's how we celebrate. But there's always food and drink and celebration. So we're going into a time period where they're encouraged to indulge. There are especially holiday meals. There are family traditions that always include food. In my family, it's pasteles, it's pernil, it's arroz con pollo or habichuela. That's Puerto Rican food, right? And then there's coquito on the drink side, and then there's flan. And all of these things are loaded with calories, and they're delicious and they're wonderful, and they're part of my tradition, my family's tradition, when we celebrate the holidays. And so putting the extra calories is really easy. Gaining the weight over the holidays is super easy. It's almost impossible not to, unless you go into the holidays with a plan, right? So if you don't want to gain weight during the holidays, you sort of have to have a game plan. And I've always had a game plan. I had to learn how to have a game plan going into the holidays because immediately following the Thanksgiving holiday every single year when I was competing, I was going to go into pre-contest, and so I'd have to go into body fat loss. And so I didn't want to gain to then lose extra. So how do you go into the holidays and not gain weight and maybe even lose a pound of weight this week? If that's what you want, if that's what you need to do, you want to lose a pound. How do you participate in a holiday and still lose weight? Well, you can restrict calories. You can restrict calories up to 3,500 calories for the week. And a simpler way to do that is to divide 3,500 calories by 7 days, right? So 3,500 calories divided by 7 is going to give you 500, right? So 500, if I want to lose 1 pound of weight this week, then I need to figure out a way to burn 500 calories each day. And by the end of the week, I'll lose 1 pound of body weight, ideally body fat, right? So 3,500 calories divided by 7 days in a week. Okay, that gives me 500 calories. Now, how do I get to 500 calories? Okay, so I can restrict calories. I can take a look at what I eat in the morning, in the afternoon, and for dinner, and then maybe my dessert, and I can restrict 500 calories. But what I suggest is, what if I said, okay, 500 calories. What if I restrict 250 calories, and then I did a workout that would burn 250 calories each day? So if I restrict 250 calories and then burn 250 calories extra each day, I'm still going to reach my 500 calories per day. And by the end of the week, if I do that consistently for 7 days, by the end of the week, I should lose 1 pound of weight for that week. Because calories are energy, right? And whatever your body doesn't utilize as energy, it stores as fat, as adipose tissue. It stores it in the muscles for energy expenditure, and if it doesn't need the extra, it stores it as fat. So to tap into the fat, we have to constrict calories so that we don't keep adding or maintaining. And to me, the easiest way to do that, right, you got to look at mathematically, is to divide that 350. Now, let's say you want to lose 2 pounds a week. You want to be more aggressive, right? So instead of 500 calories that you need to burn, you need to burn 1,000 calories a day. So what you do is you look at it from okay, what can I take away in the diet that I don't really need anyway? And how much calories can I burn? Now I'm going to give you an example. Let me give you an example of how I would approach this. Okay, so let's say I want to lose 1 pound of weight per week, and that's a very healthy weight loss, by the way. Usually when you lose 1, max 2 pounds of weight per week, that's the kind of weight loss you can keep off, you can maintain, because you're not doing anything so extreme that your body is reacting too harshly. Okay, you're doing something that's easy to maintain, which is really, you want to give your body a chance to catch up with you. You want to give your body a chance to adapt to the changes that you're making in a way that it's not going to sort of revolt. A lot of people restrict so many calories and they lose a lot of weight in a short period of time, and what happens? They start to eat normal again, and then they put all that weight back, and then they put more weight on top of it, right? Because they maybe restricted too much, too fast, lost too fast. And what happens when that takes place is that you lose lean muscle. And when you lose lean muscle, your metabolism drops. And when your metabolism drops, it's easier to gain weight. See, there's this chain reaction. So you don't want to do anything too extreme, because the body doesn't really like extremes. The body wants balance. That's why the graphic today is talked about balance. Your body wants balance, right? Your body wants movement, wants good nutrition, but it wants balance, right? You sort of have to coax it. So, an example. I want to burn 500 calories expend 500 calories extra for the day to lose my 1 pound. So maybe in a normal day I have a little dessert at night. That maybe it's like an extra protein bar that I eat at night, and it's 220 calories. So I can look at that bar and say, okay, this is what I normally eat at night. I'm not going to eat this at night anymore. I'm going to take those 250 calories, 204, whatever, I'm going to put it aside. I'm not going to consume it. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to do everything else that I normally do. And then I'm going to walk for 30 minutes, a brisk walk every day. So I'm not going to have that bar, and I'm going to do a brisk walk. So I just got rid of 250 calories from the bar. And now I'm going to burn on average 200-300 calories in my brisk walk. Now I got to my 500. And if I do that every single day, by the end of the week, I will have lost 1 pound of body weight. Does that make sense? There's other ways to do it. Maybe it's not that bar. Maybe what I need to do is look at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and instead of having the serving size that I'm used to, I'm gonna have less. I'm gonna take my serving size and I'm gonna cut it back. And then I'm gonna give back those calories. So I'm not gonna abstain from my meal. I'm gonna have my breakfast, I'm gonna have my lunch, I'm gonna have my dinner, my normal stuff, but I'm gonna have less of it. See? So that's gonna add up to the caloric savings that I want to help me lose my weight. But for me, the important, essential part of a really good weight loss regimen is activity. So you restrict calories, so you don't have to burn extra, but physical activity is also super, super important. And just a 30-minute walk, brisk walk, will burn, depending on who you are and what your weight is, will burn somewhere between 100 to 300 calories for a 30-minute brisk walk. You could do biking, you could do stepping, you could do running, jogging. Those are also great calorie burners. But knowing the formula, knowing the formula is the key. It's not really a mystery. Right? Because food is energy, but if you consume more food than you work off, then your body will store it as fat. So you want to take in what you need, right? Not more. And if you take in a little bit more, then you want to do added physical activity to burn it off, which is one of the reasons why I love bodybuilding so much, right? Because I weightlift, my lean body mass is higher. My metabolism is higher. Muscle burns more calories to operate than adipose tissue, than fat. So muscle requires more energy, which means I get to eat more, because muscle is a more active tissue. Body fat is not. That's one of the reasons I love weightlifting, and one of the reasons why weightlifting is such a great physical component to weight control, to a healthy weight control. Got it? Does that make sense? Now, are you with me? Exactly. Staying active really, really helps. Not only is it good for maintaining weight and or losing weight, but it's so good for your mind. It's so good for your circulation. It's good for your heart. It's good for everything. Your body craves movement. It craves movement, right? So that's why when I talk to people about weight loss and they tell me, okay, well, what diet? Diet is very, very, very important. What you put into your body is huge. Your body, your house, needs good nutritional valued foods, right? So that it functions really, really well. You want to put good fuel in, but that's not the end of it. Caloric expenditure is important. Movement is important. Because, I mean, truth is if you're not moving, you don't really need a lot of calories. I mean, your body needs, I think, minimum 500-700 calories to function and operate. But nobody wants to just sit still and do nothing. I mean, nobody wants to do that, right? Thank you, Craig. So, my favorite fat burning supplement is movement. It's movement. Movement above all else. It is true that there are some great supplements out on the market. There are some really great supplements. But supplements don't replace work. Supplements don't replace good nutrition. They can't. They won't. They don't. There are pills that will help control appetite, might control cravings, right? To stop you from overeating or overindulging or consuming too many calories. But supplements are never going to replace physical activity and proper nutrition. What the earth provides. Never. Never. So when I talk to people about a good diet, I talk about high quality protein, egg whites, lean proteins like fish, poultry, no saturated fats. The fats that I consume are healthy fats, and I consume a lot of fats. I eat fats that come from natural sources. I eat avocados. I eat olives. I eat raw nuts, all kinds of raw nuts, because the body needs fats. Fats are a nutrient. But I don't consume saturated fats. And I restrict my sugar. So the foods that your body operates best on are real foods, not prepackaged foods. You want to have greens. If it comes in a package with labels and all kinds of, packaging, someone will tell you that that's not real food. On the supplement side, got that? We know this, right? We already know this. All I'm doing is reinforcing what you already know. Now, here's the thing. On the supplement side, I always have a protein drink in my closet. I drink protein drinks on the daily because they're great in between meals, and they're great for supplementing the high quality protein I need for the repair that I need following my workouts. So in my cabinet right now, I have Species protein powder. In fact, I just got their pumpkin spice, which is crazy delicious. So I always keep a protein powder. I drink protein powders on average 1-2 times a day. I drink a protein drink. That helps me when I'm looking for something sweet. That's a great supplement, but it doesn't replace my meals. Okay? Very, very important. Supplements are supplemental to something. And in this case, it's healthy food and physical activity. Okay? That's what supplements are. And the protein powders that I drink have the branched chain amino acids that I need to rebuild and repair the muscles that I'm tearing down while I'm working out. Okay? My favorite protein shake flavor, call. Okay, so now I know. Okay, so my favorite is chocolate. Chocolate, and then I just had Species chocolate peanut butter, which is out of this world. I love it. Those are two of my favorites. And I mix them with water, and they're delicious. I'll mix them up. I always have one in the fridge, nice and cold, and when I'm ready for a drink, I have my protein powder. I supplement the protein that I need so that I can keep my muscle alive. And my muscles appreciate that. because I want to keep my metabolism up. Does that make sense? Now, I've talked about aging, right? What happens when we age and we lose muscle, the muscle atrophy, that how we have to fight against muscle atrophy, which is why weightlifting, strength training is so important, right? Because we have to fight muscle loss. The other thing that happens for men in particular is a loss of testosterone as we age. We have to fight that process. Strength training helps fight that. Strength training, using weight that's going to challenge your muscles, not the light, easy peasy stuff all the time. Weight that's going to challenge your muscles at least 3 times a week, ideally 4 or 5 times a week. Strength training. I strength train 5 times a week to maintain my lean muscle and keep my lean muscle. I strength train, I'm going to say that again, 5 times a week. That's my body split. To keep, maintain, and grow lean muscle. Okay? You don't have to spend all day in the gym. A lot of people ask me, what do you know, as a professional bodybuilder, are you in the gym all day? No. I'm in the gym on average an hour, hour and a half. In this case, I'm in my home gym. I can knock out a workout in 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on what muscle group I'm working. Okay? But in order to keep my gains, I have to fight for them every single day in the best way possible. Unfortunately, you don't keep your gains. You have to maintain your gains and you have to keep going after them. Strength training is key to that. Weight management, if you want to lose weight, strength training is a phenomenal partner in that process because it will help boost your metabolism. Doesn't matter how old you are. Okay? Am I frozen? I might be frozen. I don't know if I'm frozen or not. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. Cardio. That's a great question, Brandon. Thank you for asking me. If I'm missing your questions, please repeat them because I can't see all the questions. I do cardio every single day. I try to do some kind of cardio, aerobic cardio. I either do fast-paced walking, which I do a lot of. I don't want to go into an anaerobic state. I want to stay aerobic, so I do very fast-paced walking. On average, I do 45 minutes to an hour every single day. It's great for my body. It's great for my heart. It's great for my lungs. It keeps my body fat in the single digits. It's great for my mind. I go out in nature, and if I can't make it out, I have a stepper here, and I just grind away on my stepper. So I do cardio on average, maybe 6-7 times a week. Okay, and it's just me taking care of my body. It's kind of like fueling my body with the proper nutrients. It helps everything, circulation, it just go on and on and on. So yes, aerobic cardio training all the time. Weight training 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. If for some reason something disrupts my workout one day of the week, maybe I have a doctor's appointment or just a busy schedule, I make it up on the weekend. I never miss my weight training session because my body is relying on me to keep it in good shape, right? So 5 days a week weight training, and then I do some sort of cardio aerobic training on average 5, 6, or 7 days per week. When I was competing, I was doing aerobic training 7 days a week, twice a day. That was for competition to get into the super lean body fat. Is that helpful? Okay, so I wanted to show you the new pumpkin spice. This is the species whey isolate that I'm using. It's delicious. I love it. This is the protein powder that I'm using. They do a chocolate peanut butter that I love. I don't know. I love peanut butter, so the chocolate peanut butter I love. And this is the new pumpkin spice that I just got, and it's yum yum. And a lot of times I will mix this with my black coffee. Iced black coffee, and then I get kind of like my own coffee pumpkin spice thing. Anyway, this is what I'm using right now, and it is super high quality. Thank you very, very much, Rex. Thank you so much for being so generous. I hope you're not overextending yourself, Rex. You don't have to do that. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And do I put? Yes, of course, of course. So, oh, I got yes, this. So what we're talking about is maintaining body weight, healthy body weight. So immediately I have to, not just talk about the formulaic approach to weight loss, a pound or 2 pounds per week, how you would do that on a daily basis, because it's something that you can monitor and you can stay on top of, but also bringing weightlifting, strength training into the equation as a really important part of weight management and body composition management, okay? So you might be asking me what I mean by body composition. For those of you who don't know what that means, body composition, it's what percentage of body fat to lean body mass do you currently have? What percentage of body fat to lean body mass do you have? So I think the average body composition is about maybe 27 to 30% body fat to lean body mass for women. I think that's an average. And then body fat to lean body mass for men, I think the average is 20s for somebody. But we can be leaner and healthier than those average numbers because we know better now and we know how, right? So body composition is part of what we're talking about here when we're talking about weight loss. You don't want to lose lean muscle. We're already dealing with that as we age. You want to maintain lean muscle, so the body composition is that sweet number and a really good balance for long-term health, longevity, physical fitness, looking good, all of those things. That makes sense? Okay, so that's, how do you keep it? Thank you very much, Rex. How do I keep, well, with bodybuilding, the question is how do I keep my body symmetrical? With bodybuilding, it's a sport of symmetry. That's really what bodybuilding is about, in my view. So with bodybuilding, you're looking at top to bottom, side to side, front to back. That's what you're doing as a bodybuilder. You're looking at the whole body, and you're trying to create some sort of balance between the upper body and the lower body, the front and the back. And then, I mean, that's true of, you have nice big triceps, you have to make sure the bicep is balanced. Bodybuilding is a sport of symmetry. That's what this sport really is. And so I put great value in trying to create the best balance I can. Me being an individual who will never be perfectly balanced because I have scoliosis, right? So I'm kind of lopsided just because the way my spine is. But my pursuit for balance is not limited to the muscles on my body. It's also includes a balance on how I'm eating and how I'm living, a balance of how I train. It's not just weightlifting and strength training, it's aerobic activity, it's stretching, it's sort of this combination of those things that helps me pursue balance, right? So all of these things, it's not just one thing. It's sort of all of these different things coming together to give you this sort of three-pronged approach, if you will, to creating real wellness. I'm not even talking about what happens in between years, because you know, how you feel mentally and emotionally is such a big part of that process too. The bars, okay. Earlier I talked about calories, and I used a bar, maybe staying away from one of my bars at night as an example of how to restrict calories. I also talked about how I eat foods that are high in fat, but I get fat from nuts. I try to get my my snacks from healthier sources like sweetened with honey, nuts. I eat a lot of raw nuts, dark chocolates. These are the kinds of snacks that I consume, as well as high fiber fresh fruit like apples or berries, and staying away from the high sugar foods. There's a lot of great fruits out there that taste delicious, but they're really high in sugar, so I'm not gonna have grapes. I'm gonna have a sliced apple, okay? And when I look at bars for snacks, I look for bars that are loaded with nuts. This is a nut bar. This is an example. This is the bar I got at Costco. The Kind bars are fantastic. They're made with nothing but nature's gifts. Okay? This has got almonds, cashews, pecans, and it's sweetened with dark chocolate and honey. This is all nature's gifts in a package. This is the kind of a bar that I would consume for a snack. This is my candy bar. You really won't catch me having the things I used to eat when I was a kid, like Reese's Pieces or anything like that. That's loaded with sugar and not good for you. So this is an example. And then a paleo bar that is also loaded with almonds, nuts, sweetened with, it's got coconut in it. It's got all kinds of super nutritional stuff and tastes delicious. So you don't have to abstain 100% from things that taste great. It's just making a better choice. That's all it is. Okay? Is that helpful? Awesome. Elizabeth, you got it. You got it. I'm going to go into Thanksgiving, and I'm going to participate in Thanksgiving like I always do. I'm going to have, you know, a piece of my mother's homemade pasteles. I'm going to enjoy the foods that are a part of my heritage, that are a part of my my family, our traditions. I'm going to enjoy them. But what I'm going to do is, before I eat, I'm not going to go into the meal hungry, because you know what happens when you go shopping hungry, or when you go into a restaurant and you're hungry, you eat everything. You eat everything, and if the bread comes out first, forget about it. You fill up. So I'm going to go in somewhat satisfied, not super hungry, and I'm going to have a little bit of everything. I'm going to go up high on the protein sources, and then I'm going to have small portions of the side, and I'm going to enjoy all of it. I'm not going to abstain, and I'm not going to go into a food coma, because also on Thursday I am going to do my cardio, and I'm going to get my workout in, and then when I have my meal, I will have earned the extra calories that I'm going to consume. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? As long as you keep moving, that will put you at an advantage always. So I want to thank you guys for spending time with me. If you like my videos, please smash the like button. Leave me a comment or a question in the comments section, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. I'm looking forward to doing more on the workout side of stuff, and talking some more about the diet stuff. Maybe showing you some of the things that I eat specifically, and maybe sharing some ideas with you, and maybe you could share some ideas with me on what you might be doing diet-wise that's working for you. Not to try, Jared, exactly. So the thing is that the holidays, you're always being pushed to overindulging, and you never really feel good. Afterwards, you just feel tired. At least I do. So balance. It's all about balance. Indulge, but don't overindulge. Have more protein than the side thing. You know, Go less on the sugar, right? And you're gonna feel great, you're gonna look great, and you're gonna have a good time eating without the guilt and without the added weight gain. Pasteles, okay. Yeah, so that's the other thing. The holidays are filled with traditional foods and they're delicious. And I just have learned to have a little bit. I enjoy it and I move on. Somebody's talking about blueberry pie a la mode. Rex, are you talking about blueberry pie a la mode? That would give me some really good veins. Here. And some really, here's the other thing to think about. Get your workout in. Do your aerobic session. Do your workout session. Eat. The next day, get your workout in. Use those calories. Use the calories to your advantage. Almost like it's a carb up session, right? Use those calories and watch your body respond because it has all of this stored energy, because that's what it is. All those calories are stored energy. If you don't utilize that stored energy, your body will store it on your body as fat for a later day, right? So eat the day of, eat the day after, work out the day of, work out the day after, including the aerobic training, so that you can reach the number you want to reach if you're trying to lose weight. I hope that helps. Hi, Melt. It's just balance. It's all it is. You can have it all. You can have it all. That's the whole thing. You can stay pumped. Right, Rex? You can stay pumped. Thank you, Jared. Have a great holiday. Give thanks. Give thanks for what we have, because we've got a lot. We've got today, we've got right now. Gotta give thanks for that. Take a look at what your goal is and make a plan. And if you want to lose weight, you could do it. It's just a mathematical equation. You could totally do it. There's so many easy ways to do it. All you have to do is look at it like it's in a mathematical equation and it's simple. 1 pound a week, 500 calories. How am I going to do that? I'll take 50% of that from what I'm eating. No big deal, smaller portions, or just eliminate something that I don't really need. And then do a 30, 45 minute, 60-minute walk. And I'm going to get that calorie off. I'm going to get those calories off, and I'm going to get that weight off. You got it. You can do it. You can do it. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a fantastic Thanksgiving. Mine is going to be very quiet. No travel for me this year, but I'm already giving thanks. I'm spending time thinking about all the things that I'm grateful for. And I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving, so I can kind of make it official on that holiday. And I want to have a piece of my mother's pasteles. I just have to. And I'm thank you for you, Brandon and Spencer, Elizabeth. Happy Thanksgiving to you, AC, Rex. Thank you so, so much for your extreme generosity. I really, really appreciate that. I'm really excited to report that our team raised $16,000 with your help this year. I cannot thank you enough. And I'm actually craving going back to the park and doing interval runs. So how about that? Your body starts to crave the workout more and more. So if you have any questions, thank you, Ivan. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. Thank you for joining me. If you liked the video, hit the like button, and please subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you guys next week and doing a workout. Okay? Thank you so much. Stay pumped. Stay pumped. Gracias.